Well, I really like that I have a tiny little compartment that I can just push and then it opens right beside my car
In
seat.
case you've got a older child on one side and
Who
the
smokes.
No.
We need to test those babies out.
No, we don't.
I was trying to make it work.
Dramatic effect.
Me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Am I the drama?
If this doesn't make it onto the pre-intro clips, I don't know what we're doing. Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in yet another Audi product. This is the 3-row Audi Q7. And this big luxurious vehicle has been our ride for over 400 miles to Houston and back. How has it lived up and fit for our family? And what are our final thoughts? Stay tuned for more. All right, Holly, as I alluded to, we've been in this one a lot. We have a lot of opinions on the inside, but I want to start outside. What are your thoughts on the look of this Q7 in the samurai gray metallic that we have here?
Yeah, well, I like this gray color for sure. And also, I really, really like the design.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because it's like an SUV with the curves, but it has really, really sharp edges on the side. Not like cut you sharp like a Cybertruck or something, but like really sharp like a sports car kind of on the side. I will say though, for this car, is it an SUV or crossover?
SUV. Yeah.
For this SUV, I like it better from the front and the back than the side profile. Okay. It's a little bit long looking.
Okay.
Wagony kind of looking.
Interesting. But yeah, very aggressive.
But I like the functionality of the longness.
Yes, very aggressive front end. This has got the black optics package, so it's got...
I guess at first glance you wouldn't be like, that's an aggressive car. Yeah. But when you look at it, the sharp angles, like I said, make it kind of look like a sports car.
I mean, that's the Germans for you, right? Like, understated aggressiveness.
Yeah, okay. Understated aggressiveness. It's really pretty car.
Yeah. Okay. Very interesting.
SUV.
Yes. What are your thoughts now? Moving inside.
Well, of the Audis we've tested, it's one of the better ones.
Okay.
Seats are not very comfortable.
They're very hard.
They're very hard.
And we both, I know you hit the button just before we started filming. We both have our massage going right now, which compensates a little.
It is one of the better massage seats of all the massage seats that we've tried out, because like I like to say, if you haven't sat in a massage seat, I get asked the question all the time, like, how can you drive? And usually massages are just a breath of a massage. Like, you know, it's there, it's kind of moving your muscles around, but it's not like a deep tissue massage. This one's a little bit deeper, still not distracting you from driving or anything like that, but it is a little bit deeper.
It's like a Maine Coon cat making biscuits on the back.
Yeah, it's nice. And it does help with the hardness of the seats. And then when we were driving a couple days ago, it was a lot colder, and so I had my heated seat turned on and my massage seat on, and that was pretty nice.
Speaking of the heated seats.
I'm an old lady.
Speaking of the heated seats, this does the German thing that Mercedes-Benz products do as well. You can turn the heat and ventilation on simultaneously. So you can have heat, ventilation, and massage all going at the same time to do whatever you need to do to relax your muscles back there in the back. But my thoughts, though, I need to know, they need to know the design in here. If you dislike gloss black,
this is not the car for you.
Yeah. There's swaths of it everywhere, and I can see all the dust,
even
all
this
the
that's not black.
Yeah.
It's
The glossy
supposed to look
wood.
like it's
Yeah.
it's glossy wood.
High gloss wood.
You can see all the dust, and we've only been in it this a couple days.
Yeah.
And this would be like a family car, right?
Mhm.
So I can't even imagine. I mean, my car, like, never saw
A detailer.
a detailer at all.
Yeah.
And this is already dusty.
Yeah.
In a couple
Yeah.
days.
This
And
would need
fingerprints.
regular touch-ups, weekly touch-ups, to keep it nice and clean on the inside.
And I don't love the dashboard. It's so boring.
Yeah, it's very German. It's just all
Boring.
straight lines, simple.
I mean, as far as like the curves and stuff and the design of this goes, I like it. I just don't like all the gloss black. I don't like all the...
Yeah. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 screens there in front of you, full digital
Which we have
gauge
already had
cluster.
technical difficulties
Yeah,
with.
these, we hit a bump. It was weird. It was like right as we hit a bump going down the highway, these just went black.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a little while for them to reset. They came back up and everything came back on. But yeah, so all of our climate controls, gone for a moment. All of our navigation gone for the moment. We weren't listening to anything at the moment, but or maybe we were just in the background, but that was gone for the moment. But yeah, it's a little unfortunate.
And they are clicky
Yeah,
buttons,
to
which
press
is
them.
annoying.
so
Choose a side. Do you want it to click or do you want it to be a screen? Choose a side.
Which, when you're on Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you've got wireless going. It's not clicky because it's Apple's interface, so you don't have to click anything in particular here, but you do if you're on any other screen other than, so like the home button, you have to click it. To go back to CarPlay, you have to click it. Almost aggressively so in some instances.
Yes, aggressively so would be the...
So.
I don't like it.
And then you've got several shortcuts. We can control the rear air from here because it has quad zone air conditioning zones. Your heated steering wheel from here, you can sync all that, but you can control all that from up here. What is there not a lot of up here?
Storage space.
Like, ne'er a cubby to be found. You've got your 2 small German cup holders. They're not American-sized cup holders by any means. Very shallow center console here where the Qi wireless charger is hiding. This, gotta move your phone. This armrest does pull up and out for a little more armrestedness.
But it will smash your fingers.
Yeah. But yeah, not a lot of storage. Glove box, damped, felt lined, very big on the inside, but hits my knees where I'm currently sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Tucker, how is your space there in the second row?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. You've actually got 3 seats across back there. Normally, we do not get a bench seat in a 3-row vehicle. So, in theory, you can seat 7 in this. 2, 3, 2 going back. But, Tucker, what's a nice time to talk about?
Putting in my child safety seat.
Yep, and then I'll climb around and show you what it's like in the second and third rows. All right, we're trying our new point of view camera on this rear seat installation, but before I do, I want to call out the fact that we have passive entry and lock on the front and rear doors, so you can lock and unlock with the key from the rear doors, which I really like. Another thing, soft close doors all the way around, so I can just bring it to a nice soft close, so my kiddo does not have to slam the door to fully close the door. As we open it up, you can see we get a nice big opening to the rear doors back here. We get some nice amenities and comfort, including manual sunshades here in the second row. An interesting feature that I haven't seen since my 91 Eldorado, rear seat ashtrays. And yes, that is what that is, because you can take that out and clean it. But I really like the fact that we have a bench seat in the second row of this one. Total seating is up to 7 people in this particular model. I will show you all 7 seats, but I did want to call that out. We still have the same interior accents, designs back here in the second row. that we do in the front row. Leather heated outboard seats, which I really like. We're going to go ahead and climb in though. Sit behind myself. I've been sitting here the entire video. You can see I've got plenty of room. I've got some nice storage with map nets on the backs of both front seats. I have quad zone climate control with those heated outboard seats. Vents on the B-pillars and the back at the center console. And I can't bring my head down low enough, but we do have some USB-C ports down underneath the controls here and a 12-volt cigarette lighter style outlet. Do have a very large center tunnel here, but it is nice and flat for if you need to sit here in the second row, though your knees are going to be up nice and high. Other things I like about the seating situation back here, we do have a full fold-down armrest that stays in a very comfortable position. We have two very small German-sized cup holders. These are not American cup holders with spring-loaded grippers, but good luck getting anything from Route 66 collection at Sonic. There in that one. Got a little bit of tension there. We also do have a seatbelt mounted to the center seat here, which I really like because this center seat does slide all by itself. So we do have a 40-20-40 split second row seat, and given the fact that the seat back isn't attached to anything, yes, you can pull the latch there and it does fold down. You can lock it into place. So now you can pass some long items through if need be, or you can just pull it right back up. This is the most upright position. It is not comfortable by any means. And then we also get a pull-up headrest right here, but I won't save that for later. Another thing I really like for child seats back here, we have lower latch points all the way across, but a very interesting, I'm going to climb out to show you, very interesting cover piece for those latches, in that it is one very large piece of seating material that covers both. It does make it very easy to access them, but makes it very weird of what do you do with this so you don't lose it, because they won't be in car seats forever. And then it's just interestingly exposed down here. I do want to show you, we have reclining seats here on the outboard seats. We also have a sliding seat here on the outboard. So lots of comfort and conveniences for bringing in a child seat. We'll go ahead and grab Tucker's Graco Extend-A-Fit child safety seat. This is the same one he rode in. You can see just how dirty and weathered it is when he was rearward facing. You can see it fits in here just fine behind myself at 5'10", where I've been riding this entire video. I will go ahead and show you just how much space that left me up front. I've got plenty of leg room up here. My knees aren't in the dash. Tons of room, very comfortable here. I still have access to everything I need. I don't feel cramped by any means, though yes, naturally I could scoot back further if I just absolutely had to. Go ahead and close the soft closed doors, and now we will flip his car seat around and put it in like he's been riding this entire time. We'll drop the top tether behind the headrest back here and slide that back into place. Because of that large removable piece for those lower latch points, it is very easy to attach the lower latch anchors to this, and given the vehicle's height, very easy to tighten it down and secure it into place. We will then go ahead and slide this forward and kind of blindly come in here to attach the top tether back in the back, and we can snug it down from there. I can tell you we have a fairly firm corner back here, so it doesn't look like we're going to be doing any long-term damage to the seat. We even have a plastic piece right under here underneath the headrest, so I'd say a very easy installation here in the second row. But what about that third row? I'm gonna have to climb back there myself, aren't I? Yep, let's go ahead and take this thing out, see what that third row is like. child seat installation, you can see we have lower latch covers, single latch covers here in the third row, which makes for keeping up with these a whole lot easier than that large single piece that we have in the second row. We'll go ahead and pop those out. We typically keep those in the center console when we have vehicles, but generally a nice seating arrangement back here. Not a lot of luxuries. You can see we've got some shallow cup holders, hard plastic armrest, no power back here, nothing but a couple seats and seat belts. We can manually fold these headrests down if we want to, but they automatically fold when the seats are power folded down. And I do like how Audi does give us a nice pass through here to drop our top tether down. I'm not going to try and put a rear facing car seat back here because, well, you are going to destroy your second row legroom in the process, if that is even possible. And I don't know how many people are putting rear facing car seats in the backs of third rows all the way back here like this. You can see it is a little bit snug getting this seat in here, but given those latch points being exposed, thanks to those hard plastic covers, it is fairly easy to line these up and get them attached. I don't know why that one did not want to latch. That was the child seat's problem, not the actual Audi's problem. And then I've got a good spot here with one leg hanging out the door where I can tighten this down from this position. But let's go around to the back and see what it's like putting that top tether in. All right, we do have a power lift gate back here in the back. You can see when we open it up, we get a decent amount of space back here, enough for some roller bags, some backpacks laid over sideways, and whatever the case may be. I forgot to drop my top tether back behind here. Fail on my part for sure, and we're going to do our best now that we've secured it to fish that out from back there. Definitely not prepared for just how snug this back seat was when installing it, but very short overhang makes it very easy to tighten this up here in the third row. Again, I really like the plastic underneath the headrest. We get a nice firm seat all the way around, so we're not doing any long-term damage to these seats back here from the top tether being snugged down. Now we're going to go ahead and pop it out. I'm going to show you all the cargo configurations here in the Q7. All right, getting into the third row for non-child seat installation. Very easy. You pull that once, you push it down, it locks into place. Then you can see you get this button here that says push. You pull up on this handle, the driver gets a beep, and then you fold that seat up. It is gas strut supported here, so it's not going to go anywhere. And now I've got a nice clear access to the 50-50 two-person third row seat with rear seat controls back here. I can power fold those seats from either side. These electronic buttons are on the front of both wheel wells and back in the cargo compartment, so I can do that from multiple different locations. But we're going to go ahead now and climb in as best I can into this third row, and you can see this is very much an emergency third row situation. My feet have next to no place to go. I can fold this down, but yet still kind of have a problem there. Like it's awkward. It's awkward. Moving the second row seats forward, I still do get plenty of room in the second row, which I will go ahead, I guess, and pop out and show you when I can, but you can see I'm kind of just wedged in here. Okay, I moved the second row center seat forward, and now I've got decent amounts of legroom and decent amounts of legroom in the second row outboard seats, though that center seat you're probably not going to want to use in this current configuration. So it is going to be tight to get 7 adults in here, but you can definitely get 7 people in here as long as your third row passengers are of the short-legged variety. Just thought I'd call that out. As promised, moving the second row seat forward. You can see if I move it forward all the way, I've got decent amounts of room here in the second row. It's not ideal, but it's better than being in the seat back itself. We'll take a look with this center seat pulled forward, what that looks like in the third row. All right, we have some cool tricks back here in the third row. So yes, I already mentioned we have decent amounts of space back here, but you can add to that with these buttons right here that power fold the third row seats down, which give you even more storage space. This is actually usable for most people. It is probably how most Q7 owners are going to drive around most of the time. You can see we also do have a place for a roller shade. So again, this really is the intended design, with those third row seats more so being bonus seats than anything else. Underneath the floor here, we get, well, nothing but electronics. And when you open it, well, you pull it out of its hinges. I don't like the design of this. This is the least German design of this entire vehicle. You can see we've got a problem there with our hinges, but there we go. Stuff the carpet back in there and we're good to go. You can see we do get a little bit of extra storage right here. Nothing over here because this is the side with the fuel filler door. It is a foreign car after all, but decent amounts of storage. If you want to fold the second row seats down, you're out of luck back here in the back. There's no way to do that. You're going to have to go around to the side of the vehicle or climb over like so and fold the seats down via these straps on the backs of the seats. So I guess in theory it could be done from back here, and then they do all lock into place. And now we've got really good cargo space in here, just under 70 cubic feet of space with all seats folded down. If you need a little help getting stuff in and out of the vehicle, the air ride suspension on this is very quick to adjust. You have this button right here. You can drop the vehicle down from the back or lift it back up if you need to. So depending on what you're loading, how heavy it is, how high you can lift it, well, the Audi engineers have your back on that, making it just a little more simple to lower the vehicle and get stuff into the back of your Q7. At its highest point, I've got plenty of headroom underneath here. I would say 3 or 4 inches above my head at 5'10", here in the back as it is now. When I drop it down, I barely have any space above my head under this hatch. So it shows you can drop it 2 to 3 inches approximately, just from my feel of it, and load stuff in and out a little bit easier. This does have a kick to open tailgate. You have to have the key in your pocket. Isn't this the most German diagram ever? You kick under the bumper, right under here, and that will close. I don't assume it wants to do it with the vehicle running, but yes, that is an option available to you, or you can just push those buttons right there and it starts to go down. Very interesting design element back here. The taillights are actually on the hatch, and you can see when the hatch closes completely, the taillights come on. That is against US regulations, so when the tailgate is up, these lower incandescent lights in the bumper take over taillight duties. That is enough of car seats and cargo and all that. Let's get back inside to Holly, Tucker, and myself. All right, third row, bonus seats. Strictly bonus seats for children. We've had them down the entire time. Our luggage has been back there for our road trip. Came in handy for us. We had to haul some trophies back from the Houston Auto Show. So plenty of room and space in here when you treat it as a 2-row, which, again, I'm thankful for the bench seat back here in the back, because really you're more likely to use 3 across here than
get back in the back.
Yeah. Just, those are emergency seats. The best way to describe them. Yeah. But otherwise, nice amenities. He's got climate controls back there. He's got sunshades built into the windows. But otherwise, what is your visibility like in here, Holly, while we're sitting on our light to change?
Yeah, the visibility has been good.
Yeah.
It's got cameras.
Yeah, plenty of really good, clear, crisp cameras. In this one.
Cameras.
But as we turn on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas, we can talk about how this thing rides with its adaptive suspension.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Thank you, Waze. Tucker, how's your wobbly head back there?
It's pretty nice.
Here comes the big one.
Oh. What'd you think, Tucker?
Holly, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty smooth.
Right.
There's some reverb
yeah.
going on.
You get a little bit of that. Partially, I'm thinking due to the big wheels and the narrow sidewall on the tires. More rubber would make this a quieter ride in situations such as this. But I'd say it's doing a very good job of mitigating all the unpleasantness of this worn brick street. We're getting onto a little bit better section here.
Yeah.
But fairly
Still
nice.
feel a little bump, a few bumps, but not too bad.
Not harsh, not super aggressive or anything like that. You had mentioned the cameras. We do have a camera button right here. 360 cameras. We've got tons of different views that we can see. Wide shot.
That felt like Severance.
That does. Oh my goodness. Spread it out. You can see we've got a full 360 bird's eye. You can see out the back. You can see the front tires, the back tires. Let's see. Yeah, much. It even tells you, lest you forget what you're looking at.
Heroes.
But very good, clear cameras make it good for parking. That do sort of come on when the parking sensors notice you're close to something. You get a little display here of the parking sensors, but you have to hit the camera button. Weird.
Yeah.
Like, just
Weird.
bring me the cameras. I want to see.
Yeah.
But other thoughts? What has the drivability been like? You've been running errands today.
It's been really nice to drive.
Yes, it has.
I have enjoyed driving it. The only thing I'd say is the automatic start-stop. You notice it.
It's a little aggressive.
It's a little aggressive.
I see you've already found the button to turn it off.
I always find that button. I don't mess with any buttons, but I find that button. The massage button and the...
Yeah. Speaking of massage, they
get
both
that
turned
button
off. But yes, the engine stop-start in traffic to save fuel, kind of on the aggressive
Annoying.
side. But otherwise...
That was the nicer way to say it. It's on the aggressive side.
Yes.
It's annoying.
But otherwise, very nice. Good power, good fuel efficiency.
Yeah.
We were able to take this down to Houston. We could have made it all the way back, but we would have been sipping on fumes a little bit. So we filled up on the way home. But
Yeah.
I'm looking at the gauge cluster, the long-term memory trip computer. How German is that?
Okay.
489.1 miles, 11 and a half hours that the engine has been on, 23.5 mpg. So
That's not bad.
no, not too bad. I'll get the window sticker
For
out here.
a 3-row SUV.
Yeah, it is a twin turbo 6-cylinder, but we'll get the window sticker out here. It's rated at 18 city, 23 highway. So look at me getting better than
The sticker?
I did put a lot of the miles on.
That never happens.
18 city, 23 highway, 20 combined. So we're doing fairly good with this 3-liter V6 twin turbo 8-speed transmission. Have you felt it shift?
Yes.
Yeah. I felt it's fairly smooth for what it is,
Yeah.
but pretty good drivability. Has it felt laggy or slow or anything like that?
No, not laggy or slow.
Yeah. It does have plenty of power. I'll put those numbers on the screen, but any other thoughts? We've talked visibility, ride and handling.
Got head-up display.
Yeah, which we like.
2-person memory.
Which we like. It's
on
really...
both sides, yeah.
What is one feature that you discovered that you really liked that we haven't had in a test vehicle as of yet? I'll give you a hint.
Yeah.
The double
You got
visors.
the double visors. I've never seen that before in any car. Ever.
And the light
maybe
is
like
on
one.
the second visor here,
Yes.
but yes.
Because you only need it when you're looking in the mirror.
But yeah,
Yes, I do.
I don't
like
know how many road trips we've been on where you've needed my visor as the driver and I've needed my visor as a passenger. Of course, driver always gets preference, but nice to have the double shades there, and they do pull out for extension.
It is nice to have options. I do like that.
And then we already talked about his sunshades. Tucker, any final thoughts from you before we get to the price?
Well, I really like that I have a tiny little compartment that I can just push and then it opens right
Hey.
beside my car seat.
Yeah.
A feature I have not seen since my 1991
Another
Cadillac
feature.
Eldorado.
We have not tested yet.
And
We need to.
Touch trays in the second row.
I really like that thing that rolls the windows up and down.
Mhm.
Is so close to me.
Very easy to reach.
Yes.
We had to electronically lock you out of those. You can individually window lock each back window, which was nice. Which I found out the hard way by him rolling
Hitting
his
the
down
wrong way.
while I thought it was locked. So live and learn. But in case you've got a older child on one side and
Who
the other.
smokes?
No.
We need to test those babies out.
No, we don't. All right, you see that big dark number right there?
Okay. What, you think I'm going to go high?
Mhm.
Too high?
Just go ahead and guess.
67.
You're wrong. You went too low.
Well, he made me think 75.
Still higher.
Yeah, the price is higher
The
than
price
what
is
your guess.
higher. 78.
Price is still higher.
82.
What is it, T-Man?
83.890.
Well, how did you think I was going to go?
You said six figure on our trip,
Oh,
so I was wondering if you were still in that mindset of
No, because you normally are like,
be careful.
be careful when it's 6 figures. I knew it wasn't 6 figures.
83,000 and some change, 84 if you round. What are your thoughts on it as an $84,000 three-row luxury vehicle?
I mean, it needs softer seats, better seats.
And
Although
less
the
lost
massage
black.
is one of the better ones that we've had. I mean, it really has a lot of features. If you're looking for an Audi, this is one of the better Audis that we've tested. That's the only thing I would say is the seats are pretty hard, and we've felt like that
almost instantaneously.
not after the 4 hours of sitting there. So
And only reaffirmed by being in the car for 4 hours.
yes, we
Right.
did not change our minds.
Yeah.
So that's my feelings. But it's, if you're looking for a luxury,
It's nice. It's very German.
I wish it was, the design was there wasn't so much gloss black. I mean, but I guess if you're paying that much for a car, you have enough to keep up with it
In theory.
better. In theory.
In theory.
Or someone to do that for you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, on that note, if you want to see more from Holly, some behind-the-scenes stuff, go find her Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk. Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, all at GT Garage Talk. You can even become members of the channel and get some special perks, see videos a little bit early. Tucker, what do you want to tell people about? What are you working on? You back there?
He's asleep.
Oh, well, he's asleep and can't tell you that. Tucker has his own YouTube channel now, Tucker's Talk, where he talks about cars, he talks about animals, he talks about all kinds of things
Does some stop motion animation.
that interest him. So if you want to go check out Tucker's channel, we will link that in the video description. Just search Tucker's Talk, all one word, just all squished together. But as for us in the 2025 Audi Q7 Prestige, until next time, gearheads. Bye.